All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. I want to go into a topic, really just got off Elder Apostle Tahar's video that went into, he has a whole army now, and it goes into, it's basically, the title that I got out of it was nuclear annihilation, dealing with Jeremiah, the 50th chapter. Yeah, so we see, because ultimately a nuclear missiles will be used or exchanged, in this third world's war, the third world's war. So just to grab that, it's Jeremiah 50 and verse verse 9 says, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country," going into the Russia, and these different nations that's coming with Russia, the Iran, North Korea. It says, and they shall set themselves in a array against her. And this is what you're seeing, like with this Venezuelan attack from the U.S. It's a whole lot of heat. It's a whole lot of heat in the earth, man. So everything finna lead up into what? It's nuclear talk in the earth. You got China talking about how certain missiles can carry so many nukes. And they ain't going, man. Hey, scripture say, "Hey, let the weak say I'm strong." So they're not taking this shit lightly no more, man. They rising up against America, man. This is what these other nations are doing. And this is Yahweh Shem Yahushua. A prophecy is speaking. Yahweh Shem Yahushua got these nations rising up against this place, man. It says, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows is going into their those mighty missiles, man, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushua's weapons of his indignation. It says, from this shall she be taken, their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man, and none shall return in vain. Because Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to strategically hit this bitch, man. The Lord's going to do this. Because the spirit of the Lord's going to be in those missiles. It says, let's see what the AMP says. It says, "For behold, I will stir up and bring up against Babylon an assembly of great nations." This is Jeremiah 50 and 9. "From the north country, they will equip themselves and set up the battle lines against her. From there, she will be taken captives. Their arrows will be like an expert warrior. Hey, the Lord is a man of war. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is a man of war. And what he said? Hey, he said, "I will not meet thee as a man." Yahweh Shai is not coming to meet these people as a man, man. The arrows would be like an expert warrior who would not return empty-handed. Let's get that real quick. Let's get this in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. 2nd Ezra 16 in verse we start at verse 7. "May one turn again the arrow that is shot from a strong archer." See, because once these missiles are shot from these silos, they ain't no turning back. It says, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh, and the foundation thereof. The sea riseth up with the waves from the deep, and the sea and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua for them. See, when these nukes go off, man, they're gonna be hitting, causing, tidal waves and all kind of things. Earthquakes. Say it should reel to and fro like a drunkard, man. The impact of these missiles that's gonna happen in the earth, and it's gonna be a deep, a great shaking, man. Because for what's gonna hit Babylon itself, it's gonna empty the land. Scripture say this place is gonna be as a desert, man. It says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not. No. Let's go up. It says, the earth quaketh in the foundation thereof. The sea arises up with the waves from the deep. This is verse 12. And the waves of it are troubled. The fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power. For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows are sharp. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss, when they shall be shot in the ends of the world. And these arrows, these not gonna be just regular missiles, man. These missiles gonna contain warheads of these ICBMs, and here it is. They are steady improving the speeds, or that Mach speed at which these missiles gonna travel, and the impact of these missiles gonna have, and how quick they gonna get to their target. And the Lord said, hey, they're not gonna miss. So the Lord it's gonna be a strategic attack. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua is setting up these nations for what? For the day of judgment, man. In the which he's gonna judge these nations. Prominently Babylon the Great. Prominently Babylon the Great, man. This place right here is gonna catch the worst of it. It says, verse 13, verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come up upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out until it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returning not backward. Even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. So, just say this ultimate plague is not gonna return back until it have fulfilled the thing which it was sent to do, man. And these are the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is prophecy. And this is gonna happen in the day of the Lord. Once those missiles start to fly, Yahweh Shai is coming, man. Yahweh Shai this is gonna be the day of Yahweh Shai. This is gonna be the day of the salvation of the elect, man. See, because everything that's here, all these people here in America, besides the 2/3, it's like all these people here in America, besides the elect, the 1/3 are going to be consumed by this fire, man. And the scripture goes into that in the book of 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter. But before I get that, I'm going to get Malachi 4:1. See, because this is prophecy, man. And again, just like Noah was speaking prophecy before the flood came. Just to keep touching on that. A day is gonna come, which the scripture finna go into it now. For behold, Malachi 4:1, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, And the day that comes that shall burn them up, said the Lord of hosts, and it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is about to totally annihilate America. Nuclear annihilation. You know, let's get that word annihilate. Let's see what it says. Annihilate. Annihilation. Or let's see annihilation meaning. It says complete destruction or obliteration. So yeah, this place is going to be, it's going to be destroyed, man. Let's get this. Because what's going to be left here? This is the book of Isaiah, 34th chapter. This is going to be a place, a habitation of devils, man. Desert creatures. It's like, this is going to be a habitation of desert creatures, man. It's Isaiah 34:5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, according to the Lord missiles. These are the Lord's missiles. The Lord just going to use these people as vessels to launch them. You know? It says, because the scripture referred to these missiles as the Lord, another part of the Lord's army. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down on Idumea. And or AMP, this goes into Edom. It says, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. And this also goes into how she sit like a queen and say she is she's no widow, man. You know, that virgin daughter of Babylon. Hey, the Lord finna touch this bitch, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is finna touch this place in the worst way. It says the sword of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua is filled with blood. It is fat with fatness and the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of kittens and of rams. For the Lord have a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Yeah, hey, it's gonna be a lot of bloodshed, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna require all this. And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks and the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, for their death slaughter made with fatness. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. That's right. So you touched the wrong people, man. Just think of touch the wrong people. Just read down a little bit more. It says, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night nor day. It's gonna be a long time. It's gonna burn for a minute, man. It says, and the smoke thereof, thus making it. This is gonna be made the lake of fire. It says, the smoke thereof shall go up forever from generation to generation, and it shall not lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. Yeah, so this place is gonna be one gigantic desert, man. It says, but the cormorants and the bitter shall possess it. The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it, and shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. You know, so this right here, this bitch gonna be cut off, man. And the Lord gonna make this a habitation of these desert creatures, man. It says, and they shall call the noble. That was the point there. So, just getting this real quick, because those nukes gonna be used. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let's go back real quick. This is Jeremiah 51:1. Thus said the Lord, behold, I will raise against Babylon And this ain't the ancient Babylon. This is this modern Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, man. And against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind. And will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Against him that bendeth the archer, against Bennett let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted himself up in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. Hey, this is future prophecy. It says, thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets. For Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, of the Lord of hosts. Through their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Flee out of Babylon, out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. So we're supposed to be coming to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, becoming that new man. You know, it says, be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. You know, so Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to repay this place, you know, for all the controversy against us, man. You know. Hey, the Lord got a special judgment for Babylon, and we're reading about it. And this special judgment is going to be what? Nuclear annihilation. Scripture say, how Scripture quoted? Let's see. I got it in Isaiah 34th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. How you gonna basically empty this land? But let's get this in the book of 2 Peter real quick. 2 Peter 3 and verse 10. But the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then, hey, this is going to include people as well. This is going to include people, buildings, trees, everything you see, except the elect. It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in holy conversation and godliness, looking forth and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. This is the book of Isaiah. Yeah, because it's going to be an extreme heat, man. All these missiles, the impact, that heat that coming from each of these missiles, when it's combined, it's going to create, again, a gigantic lake of fire, you know? Isaiah 13 and 5. It said, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. How are ye for the Lord? It's like, how are ye for the day of the Lord is at hand, and it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, every man's heart shall melt. Hey, this coming from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, and they shall be afraid, pains and sorrows shall take hold of them, and they shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day, this is verse 9, Isaiah 13 and 9. Behold, the day cometh of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The day of Yahweh Shem Yahushua cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. And that's the word that was I was looking for, the desolation, man. You know? And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is finna empty this bitch, man. You know, so what manner of persons are we to be? In all holy conversation and godliness, You know, looking forth to the day of the Lord, you know, to the coming of our King. Looking forth to the prophecies coming to pass, because, hey, for us to get the kingdom, this got to come to pass. And again, this is not our rest. So, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the day of judgment on Esau, Edom, Babylon the Great, which is America, it's on its way. We give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, it was edifying. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.